Ladies and gentlemen, people often ask me, Warren, what's the secret? What's the formula? They expect something complicated. They think successful investing is a kind of financial magic trick. But my entire life has been built on a simple idea. A good process beats good luck. And the good news is, the process I follow is available to anyone willing to use patience, discipline, and common sense. My process begins with one word: clarity. Before I ever invest $1, I ask myself a basic question: do I truly understand this business? Not, do I like the product? Not, is everyone talking about it? I want to know how it earns money, how it will continue earning money, and whether its future is predictable. If I can't explain the business to a 10-year-old, I don't buy it. Complexity is often a disguise for risk. The second part of my process is patience. Patience is not just waiting. It's refusing to act until you see an opportunity that makes perfect sense. Most people think investing is about constant movement. Buy, sell, trade, repeat. But the truth is, you don't have to swing at every pitch. In fact, you can stand there all day and wait for one that's right in your sweet spot. Opportunities come rarely, and when they do, you must be ready. The third part is emotional control. Markets rise and fall. Investors cheer and panic. Headlines scream every day. But none of that changes the value of a wonderful business. The biggest enemy of a long-term investor is not the market. It's their own fear. If you can stay calm when others are losing their heads, you already have an advantage money can't buy. When the market becomes fearful, prices often disconnect from reality. That's usually when we start buying. Next comes valuation. A great business does not automatically make a great investment. You must pay the right price. My rule is simple. I want $1 of value for 50 or 60 cents. I look for a margin of safety, room for error, room for surprises, room for life to happen. Investing without a margin of safety is like crossing a river that's on average 3 feet deep. You might still drown. Then comes management. Numbers are important, but people are more important. I invest in leaders who are honest, passionate, and rational. People who treat shareholders like partners, and who make decisions for the next decade, not the next quarter. A great business with poor leadership can't stay great for long. But there's one more part of the process that people overlook: compounding. Compounding is not just a financial concept, it's a philosophy. It rewards long-term thinking in a world addicted to short-term results. When you let good decisions compound, your investments, your habits, your relationships, you create something powerful. Something that grows quietly in the background while you sleep. My own wealth didn't explode until after I turned 60. Not because I suddenly became smarter, but because compounding needs time. Most people underestimate what consistency can do in 20 years and overestimate what talent can do in 1. Finally, the most important part of my process: staying within your circle of competence. You don't have to know everything. You just have to know the boundaries of what you truly understand. The world rewards people who can say, "I don't know." That simple honesty will save you more money than any formula. Period. When you put all these pieces together, clarity, patience, emotional control, discipline, leadership, margin of safety, compounding. You get a process that is simple, but not easy. Anyone can learn it, but few follow it consistently. Because the real challenge is not the strategy, it's your own behavior. Period. If you want to improve your financial life, don't search for the next big tip, the secret stock, or the complicated theory. Focus on building a process that keeps you rational when the world turns irrational. The market will test your patience. It will tempt you. It will scare you. But if your process is sound, you will always find your way back to solid ground. In the long run, money flows to discipline. Wealth flows to those who protect it, grow it slowly, and respect the power of time. That's how I've lived my life. That's the process that built Berkshire Hathaway. And that's the process that anyone with the right mindset can use to build their future. Thank you. Thank you.